What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brahma. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's episode, it's going to be an exploration of my closet and my current rotation of my favorite outerwear, everything from top to bottom. So jackets, t-shirt selection to my favorite pairs of shoes that I'm wearing. This episode is just an exploration and documentation of my relationship with clothes and the items that I have in my closet and the significance they have to me. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. At the end of this video, I'll select a few items and style them together. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, so for this section, I'll be going through my outerwear, starting off with this Reece Cooper varsity jacket. Me and the homies recently just kind of got connected with Reece Cooper, and we've been like really just digging his whole ethos and his whole brand. So this is one of the pieces that I recently got from him, the varsity jacket, super detailed, just a really crazy piece. Like this one it's such a beautiful piece to have in my wardrobe. Going off to the next one, this is a waxed jacket. This is by far probably one of my favorite pieces that I own. I love wearing this. Just fits really well. The color is beautiful. Got them both at the same time as well. So I can't wait till spring so I could bring this out when it's raining outside, you know. Okay, more to some varsity jackets. I feel like I have a lot of varsity jackets for my outerwear. This one, I got this from our New York trip, which we went to a few months ago. So went to L Train up, I think. Actually, don't quote me on that. It was a vintage store. They were charging crazy prices, but I got lucky. I got this one for about $100, which is very reasonable for a crazy, like, detailed piece. And it's something that I hope down the line we could reference for some of our varsity jackets. Next one. So when we first moved to LA, I think one of the most satisfying thing for me to find out is like that the clothing industry out here is just major. Like there's so many vintage stores, there's so many warehouses you could go to buy pieces, and this is one that I got from this big warehouse. It's very reasonable. It's like only like $45, which is really good for a varsity jacket that has so many patchwork on it. So yeah, another one of my favorites. This one we just recently got for our studio wardrobe. We're probably gonna like rework this, maybe change some of the patches into Unfinished Legacy, and seeing how we could like possibly like reference some of the vintage varsity jacket for our I guess our drops in the future. So this one was one of those, just using it for studio wardrobe and also reference. It's pretty dirty. We just got it recently, so it needs to get dry washed. Next one, this military jacket. Again, I've been really digging the greens lately, so that's one thing I feel like my closet is changing more and more into like these green tones, and this is just like a really beautiful piece. Every time I go back home to Milwaukee, I tend to wear this one because it keeps me warm, and yeah, I do love just the color more than anything, and also the cut too. Like it fits me perfectly, so that's that. Next one, the Supreme denim jacket. I love the simplicity of this. I love the graffiti throughout the whole jacket. As you guys know, I kind of, got into this industry through graffiti and skateboarding. So having this piece in my closet kind of just reminds me of like the earlier days. What really captivated my attention to this industry is like the graffiti world. So seeing a piece like this by such a big brand, it's really beautiful. And yeah, I love this one. I'll probably keep this one in my closet for a while. All right, and that's it for the outerwear. We'll move on to pants. So a lot of denim jeans and whatnot. So we'll cut into that. All right, so one of the most essential pieces of clothing that I have in my closet is the Levi 501s. I personally prefer the vintage kind because a lot of times all of them come with like characters, really unique distressing, and sometimes the color wash look really good. So that's one of my, I guess, must-have in the closet. So I have a lot of like pairs of Levi. I'm gonna go through this one, this gray wash. This is a 501, 31 waist and by 34. It's a little bit longer on me, but a lot of times like some of the vintage pants don't specifically fit by the waist description. Over time, I feel like a lot of them shrink, and some of them might expand depending on who's wearing them. So that's the first one. Second pair right here. This one, when we first moved here, I linked up with our homie downstairs, Better With Age. I ended up buying this pair. It's like a really beautiful piece, screen printed, but over time the screen print has just kind of like faded, and it's kind of like their brand ethos is to Better With Age. It's in the name. So it's another Levi 501. This one was one of the first pairs that really got me into the 501s, just because like it has such a unique wash on it, and then over time with screen printing too, like you could tell like there's inks all over this pair here, which adds a really unique feel to it. A lot of time I know when people are like shopping for vintage, they always try to like find those with like paint splatter, but my work does allow me to, you know, eventually, like if I work with any piece of cloth, like it's let me backtrack here. God damn, that was so bad. You can keep all this in there, but it's inevitable for the paint to end up on a pair of my pants, and sometimes it's like top. So I try not to work with expensive pieces sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like even just in this environment of what I'm doing, I tend to like make sure I purchase pieces that I wouldn't mind getting paint on. So the next one here, another 501. This one has a really just unique distressing on the leg, on the knees. This one kind of just like ripped pretty big. I might get this repaired so I could actually wear it more often. I do like the fit of this one a lot, and then the unique detailing on the knees. And of course, gotta have a white pair of Levi's. This one, I just kind of more, like, I try to leave this one a little bit more cleaner. If I want to dress up, I'll, throw on a clean white pair of Levi's. This needs to get washed, actually. But yeah, that's it for the denim jeans. We'll go into some of like my workwear pants, and then yeah, it's a vulnerable thing being on YouTube. Shit is scary. Sometimes I think about like why should anyone care like about some of these videos? But I guess it's just for me at the end of the day too, as it is for other people who are watching. But anyways. All right, so this section will be getting into some of my other pair of pants, a lot of like workwear in this section. Let me start off with my overalls before I get into some of those pants. This one's a Dickies overall. I really quite enjoy this piece a lot. I try to wear this every time I'm doing like heavy production, and I have no worries getting ink on this or anything like that. So this is one of the pieces that I'm really hyped about. And some days even, just throwing it on, like chilling, it's just a really cozy fit. And then we also added an embroidery to it just to kind of give it that brand identity. Hopefully, this is something I would love to actually make someday, some workwear, wardrobe stuff. Next one, this is a military jumper. I love this piece specifically, just like the pockets and some of the detailing on the zipper area. This one is just really cool. I do enjoy wearing this one too. Very loose, loose fitting. It's very cozy. Okay, so another one. This is a Patagonia pants. A lot of like crazy detailing on this. There's this like crazy strap on the back of it. Yeah, very simple. Again, I tend to like a lot of pants with pockets, so that's that. I purchased this one recently from Jacob on Instagram. He's kind of. I really enjoy the colorway of this pair. The pockets, like wearing them, I feel like the pockets are kind of too much for me, but it's another cool piece. Just like seeing a small independent brand kind of doing their thing. It's super like enjoyable to watch. All right, let's get into one of my favorite pair of Carhartt pants. I got into Carhartt probably like 2 years ago, and for me, like the workwear and durability of it is kind of what caught my eye. And we came from like a really cold, cold part of the country, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, super cold. So like I found myself getting pairs that are like heavy and that kept me warm. So this one's one of them. Again, this like painter splatter here happened organically at first, but then I ended up just like liking what it looked like. So I ended up just adding more screen printing paint on it, and then did some screen printing wording on the pair. This one's actually something that we're hoping to release sometime next month. So stay tuned for that. Another Reece Cooper pair of pants. I think this one was from like last season or something like that, but this is another cop from recent. And I do enjoy the oversized cargo, and just like the color is really nice. Again, as I mentioned, like the green is just such a nice color, and I've been digging a lot of it. So that's that. And then moving on to, just more, I guess more professional looking pair of pants, but I enjoy the embroidery on this. This is Dickies collaboration with Brain Dead. This one specifically is the 874 original fit, Dickies, straight leg. I like the color a lot, the brown. It's just such a nice tone. And then the embroidery, of course, just adds another pop and contrast. So yeah, that's it for this section of the pants. We'll get into the t-shirt and just kind of like the upperwear. So yeah, I'll cut into that. All right, so t-shirt, the most basic piece of garment you could have in your wardrobe. Everyone has a t-shirt. This is the backbone of streetwear. So that being said, I'll start off with this nasty Nas tee. So as you guys know, I moved here in 2010. So my introduction to hip hop wasn't quite there. Back in Kenya, I listened to, a few people, but when I moved to the States, that's when I was really like, wow, hip hop is a crazy just genre. And I'm still in this phase in my life where I'm still like discovering new artists. And I'm doing that process slowly, and also like while revisiting some of the more like classical, someone like Fela Kuti. So this piece, just like I love Nas, I love his music, and just Illmatic, kind of the most classic hip hop album. So that's why I bought this piece, just because like it represents that, and I'm still kind of in the discovery phase of hip hop. Going on, I feel like I could here. Let me do these two together. So this one is Million Mom merch. So similar to like the Million like march, where a lot of people are fighting for like civil rights movements. So this was kind of just a reminder of that, and also like as a black dude, just seeing black people illustrated well on a T-shirt, it's kind of just like, to me, it just means a lot, and it's it's cool representation. So I'm always repping kind of like my culture and where I'm from. Black by nature, proud by choice. This is something, for me, this is kind of like, it's very personal. I think when I first moved here from Africa, like I wasn't really embraced. Like, you know, I was bullied throughout my 8th grade year, and I kind of didn't want to really like rep Africa like that. But then like as I grew into, you know, into my adolescence year, I became to like embrace Africa more and more, and that's something that I'm definitely like proud of. So like seeing a t-shirt that really like speaks like how I feel is very important. And as a brand owner, I think that's something that I personally would like to create with my brand, is pieces that will speak to people, not just how they feel, but also like a representation of who they are. So that's why these pieces are very important to me. Similar to these three here, these are all another like Africa tee. This one says a beginning of civilization. I referenced this one for one of our drops, but the colors on this one is just incredible, very vibrant. That's something with screen printing too, like a lot of the ink like will last so long and it'll still be vibrant. This is another Africa one, just more like the map of the continent. I really like this one, just like really nice wash, and then the colors are also like very beautiful. For sure gonna like reference some of the contrasts, like the pinks and the blues and the light browns is just very well displayed on this shirt. And then this other one, I love this one. This one's really cool. It says 100% black family, and again, you know, it's representation of like my upbringing and my background. So that's why I love that t-shirt. All of them are vintage too. I feel like a lot of these were acquired throughout like different like markets, and like every time I go out thrifting, I try to just find something that kind of speaks to me. This Black Men's Anthem, it's just one of the, like really just beautiful piece. I'll just hold it here just so you guys could like take a read. I don't want to like read it on screen, but you could pause this part of the video just to read it. But yeah, it's just very a powerful like quote on a t-shirt, and the cut of it is also just really beautiful, like the boxy feel. Yeah, more than the graphic, that the fit of the shirt was also like what caught my eye. Next one. All right, here's another vintage shirt that's like thrashed. The neck is all like messed up. There's holes in it, but it's basically, you know, earth, and then you got all these animals up here, and they were here first is like the tagline for the t-shirt. I just love the simplicity of this and just kind of like what it's communicating across. That's the reason I got the shirt, and the distressing on it too just kind of makes it more unique. It's a bit oversized. Feels like a dress, but I might get rid of this one though. So Michael, if you want it, we can talk after this video, you know. All right. Now after this, I'm gonna go into the brand. I feel like some of the pieces that I wear most from our brand, the Rebirth tee. I wear this like a lot. I have like four of these, so I'm just like constantly, you know, cycling through them. It's just like a really beautiful piece. Stands out, you know, the contrast between the brand name and the blue butterfly is just like really dope. From a block away, you could like tell, oh, that's an Unfinished Legacy t-shirt, and I do like that about this piece specifically. The next one, just by looking at this, you could tell like I've worn this so many times. Like it's already getting that vintage feel. Like the graphic has a lot of that distressing. And yeah, this one's just a simple, you know, brand name t-shirt that I enjoy. A lot of times I'll find myself like when I'm working, I'll throw this one on. So yeah, just very simple graphic that represents the brand. The next one here is this A Genius from the Hood. Just really, this is like, you know, when I think of Unfinished Legacy and where we want to be in the future, I think of like storytelling. And this shirt really captures the essence of everything that we're trying to do as a brand. So you have a representation of like Black youth, you know, just jumping rope, and then the tagline, and of course the brand name there. This was one of the first piece that we kind of went all out with the color and just like, you know, there's so much color on this one, and I do love this one. It came in like 3 different colorways. I always constantly finding myself cycling through the 3 different colorways, which is vintage black, brown, and cream. So that's that. Oh, ODB. Again, similar to Nas, you know, like discovery of Wu-Tang was kind of like huge for me, and just seeing what a collective of like-minded people, like what they could achieve when they put their minds together. This one was made by my homie Virgil. Super talented dude, man. Like I love his work a lot, and as you could tell, I've like worn this piece so many times it's starting to fade. It's kind of scary because I just wear this a lot, and I just love the simplicity of it. The drawing style is just really well displayed on this, and he also screen printed himself, which is a plus. I always loved like supporting homies and their brands and what they got going on. So that's that for this piece. I'll do these 3 together. Vintage Bucks tee. You know, it's gotta represent the hometown. I don't wear this one much. It's just like, it's cool to just see it like hanging in the office. And the design of it too is just kind of, in a way, very iconic and timeless for like a sports tee. I do love this one a lot. Super, I don't know, I like grays. Grays just have a really cool, I don't know. I feel like everyone needs a gray t-shirt and a gray hoodie in their wardrobe. So that's that. And the next one, Bob Marley. So my favorite musician probably of all time. I just love this portrait. When I discovered this album, I remember just listening to it like for months at a time, and I just when I saw this piece, I had to get it. It's a really dope piece. It fits really well, and I feel like this is something that I'll probably have in my closet for the next like 5 to 10 years. This one, both of these I got from the same place in New York, and this one too. I just love the portrait. It's very strong. I love the blend of color here. It kind of reminds me of like my introduction to screen printing. I would always like put multiple colors and try to blend them. So it's just very well done with this graphic here. Both are Zion tagged, you know, size large. Yeah, both beautiful, very beautiful pieces here. Cool, and that's it for the t-shirt selection. I feel like in a way I want to minimize my closet. Just looking at this right now, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of t-shirt. But I feel like each one of them there's a meaning to it to me, and that's why I have it in my closet. A lot of times I try not to hold on to things that don't really hold much weight in my heart. So that's why I have these. Over time, I'm probably gonna get rid of some, but there's some that I'll keep with me forever. So that's is that like an American thing? Hoodies, like people love hoodies, bro. Everybody loves a hoodie, a good hoodie, you know? All right, guys, so for this section of the video, we'll be going through some hoodies and maybe a few crewnecks. There's one crewneck. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this one, the outline hoodie. It's Unfinished Legacy's very own primary piece. I love this piece, kind of a very iconic piece to the brand. And I remember developing this during COVID when it was just the beginning of lockdown. I had spent so many days trying to figure out how to work this graphic out between myself and another friend So just sending graphic back and forth, and finally figured it out. And it's crazy to think that this design is holding the brand, has held the brand for such a long period, and it's like beloved by our audience, and definitely like a everyday hoodie for me. Very simple, just I could work with it, I could dress it up, I could dress it down, like doesn't matter. Such a good hoodie. Next, I'll cut into this Wisconsin vintage hoodie. I just really love the color, and ever since we moved out to LA, I feel like I find myself drawn to anything that could kind of like represent where we're from, which is Wisconsin and Milwaukee. And a lot of times when you wear it, like some people might know what it is, and some people don't. But I do just enjoy like the reminder of like where we started and where we're from. So that's that for this one. I'll do these two together. Again, another realization of mine, it's crazy to think that Reece Cooper has dominated all of our closet, especially, you know, myself, Michael, and Gene. Like we have so many Reece Cooper pieces lately. And here are some of like my favorite, just like simple. You can, you know, dress this one up or down. Just the detailing on it is crazy. Like the embroidery is very nice, and the patchwork is also like really nice. And this one's from the 2021 season, I think fall, winter. And I also love the color of this crew neck. Another one is this hoodie, simple black hoodie. And one thing that I really like about a lot of like Reece Cooper pieces is the cut of them. And this one is just like, has this like crop cut on the hoodie. And then it just fits really nice and baggy. So yeah, that's another reason why I really enjoy this one. It's a very simple, like elegant piece to have. Okay, next, this one's from my homie Daniel. Again, I love wearing my friends' pieces and artwork. It's just like, it's really cool, like to be in a position where I could even just like support some of my homies. So that's cool. And a lot of time, like they bless me with their pieces. So that's usually like super cool. And this one thing that I really love about this, it's the cut of it is very different. I've never seen anything like this. As you can tell, it has this like half a circle here coming down, and then it loops around here. It's just really, the detail on this one is crazy. And for a small brand to be doing that, it's just like, it's really cool to see. Everyone I love is here is his tagline for his brand. A lot of time, like he uses kind of like those similar saying, and the brand name is Get Some Sleep. I also do like the wash of this. The gray is really cool. I'm kind of sad that I got ink on it. Like there's ink everywhere here, but probably just gonna turn this into like a workwear hoodie. And then the next one, we just recently released this one. Probably like a week ago, we just released this. Again, I really love the print over the pocket. This is kind of like an everyday hoodie. I was talking with Mike the other day of just like, a lot of our hoodies that we make, we should just make it an everyday. And it's the concept that we kind of want to carry going forward with the brand. Everyday hoodie, and it's a nice pop of color in my closet. Usually, a lot of times I'll just only have like black, grays, and maybe like greens, but like it's nice to have just a pop of color, like red, such a strong, vibrant color. So yeah, that's it for the hoodie section. Next thing, we'll go into shoes, the most exciting part of the video. Coolio. There we go. All right. Footwear. So next, I'll start off by my most recent pair of shoes. I got this one from the Reece Cooper pop-up that we were screen printing at. This one, just a really cool piece of footwear. I love the fit of these. I didn't even have to break them in. Usually, a lot of shoes, a lot of boots, when you buy and you wear them, it will take you about 2 weeks to break them in. But this one just broke in right away. It's super soft in the inside. I love the color. It just looks really good. Probably one of the coolest pair of shoes I've seen, beyond like the Nikes or anything like that. So this is a special pair of shoes. Both me and Mike got the same shoes. Not same colorway, different colorway, but same shoes. Next one. These are the 94. I got these one in New York when we were out in New York. It's crazy to think that it just, a lot of these pieces were I grabbed in like these trips, also as a reminder for the trip, and I could look back to it and be like, wow, I got this then. But again, another like timeless piece of shoes that I own. I did pay a lot for it, but it's just really nice to see the condition that they're in for it being such an old pair of shoes. Again, it's a reminder to always create things that will stand the test of time, and also that timeless tagline is something that I want to like carry heavily with my brand, Unfinished Legacy. So yeah, another reason I got this pair. I really wanted the 96, no, not 96, 85, but I'm mixing it up with my birthday and shit. But like, yeah, the 85 would have been nice, but I would probably wouldn't be able to like wear them because they're all like, I think deteriorating on the bottom. So these are cool. I could wear these whenever. I'm gonna try my best not to skate them because I feel like every other piece of shoe I have, I've skated, even these Balenciagas. Okay, all right, so I got these Balenciaga Triple S's. Oh my God, such a chunky shoes. It's so heavy. This is crazy. Wow, it was definitely a moment in time. I don't know if I could wear these again. They're cool to have though. It's super cool shoes to have. I remember when I first got them, you know, I dropped so much money. It's probably all the money I had in my bank account. I dropped them on this pair of shoes. But it's crazy to think like growing up, you know, back in Kenya, I spent most of my life just being barefoot and just like, I think this one is a reminder for like opportunity, like coming out here to the States, you know, there's definitely, if you work hard, you could make more and spend it however. But that's something, you know, as I grow older, I'm a little bit more mindful. Most of my money go into investment pieces. So like a lot of my cameras, a lot of anything that allows me to do my job efficiently, I try to invest money into. So again, this is a reminder, coming up barefoot and now being able to like afford something as expensive as a Balenciaga is pretty crazy. So put that, I think this one's just for that purpose specifically. The SBs. These were in collaboration. Here, I don't want to butcher the dude's name. Do you remember the racer?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
iShadwear is the skater, but it was a collaborator with the racer.
He's not a racer, he just is a car collector.
I thought he raced first and then, Porsche collector.
He's based in LA too.
Yeah, I have to like.
You got you.
Magnus Walker is the name. Ooh, let me see how much they are right now. First, size 8.5, $400. God damn. I really wanted to rebuy these shoes again, but $400. Wow, it's kind of pricey. Dude, I'm so dumb, bro. It literally says it in the shoes. It says Nike X Walker X Wear. So Magnus Walker and iShadwear collaboration. Got very lucky. Shout out to Sky High, local skate shop in Milwaukee, for hooking it up and allowing me to purchase this amazing piece of shoes. It's crazy because during Complex Con, I actually met the car collector, Magnus Walker, and he's a super cool guy. Dabbed me up and everything. I was so sad because I wasn't wearing the shoes. I would have been like, we're matching. But yeah, I really love the shoes. I love skating it. Even though it's you know, the distressing of makes it more, I think to me, just makes it more unique and gives it a lot of character. Yeah, just a very beautiful piece of shoes. You could tell. Even like the colors. I'm usually not a big color all over the place kind of guy, but this one I don't mind it because the distressing. And over time, when you skate them, they get this nice wear to them. Yeah, and it looks really good. Okay, next one. I got into Doc Martens probably like 2 years ago, and I got hooked to them, and especially like their collaboration. It's something that I really do admire with Doc Marten, and Basquiat's one of my favorite artists. So being able to see, you know, them bringing that collaboration to life is very special. So I ended up grabbing this low. They fit really well. It took so long to break in though. Like even to this day, like whenever I wear them, my heel just get bruised. But it's worth it every time. I have these inserts in here just to take it easy on the heels. But yeah, I love the colors too. You know, the pop of you know, red and yellow throughout the shoes makes it stands out. So whenever I'm dressing up, I'll throw these on, or these high. These are also another Basquiat collab, and this is just one of his painting. It was printed onto the shoe, which is really cool. And again, it's a reminder to always to create great work that will, you know, stand the test of time and become timeless to the point where, like, when you're gone, your work could still be utilized and re-inspire a generation after you. So this is that, you know, Basquiat on his painting on the shoes. Just very, very special. And yeah, that's it for the shoe selection. I do have a lot of other skate shoes and, you know, shoes that I love wearing to work and stuff to work with, but this kind of fully captures, I guess, my identity as far as like shoes and what I wear from day to day. Is that good? And the other thing that's beautiful too about like these things, like wearing something like this is like special. Like seeing you know, like the aging of a pair of shoes is special. Even this one, like when I got it, it was brand new, clean, but I love it more that it has, you know, these like characters to them, like the wear, like you could tell like, oh, I'm like squatting all the time and there's like creases in them, and I'm not really worried. I find it more special with the wear and whatnot. Yeah, versus it being just like perfectly clean and relaxed, you know. Okay guys, so lastly, I have this special tote bag that I had custom made by my homie Alex. Super cool piece of bag. This one was made from a recycled, well, vintage military duffel bag. So I designed it, and we sat down, and he just like went to his studio right away, sent me back a mock-up of what it would look like, and we tried to utilize every fabric from that duffel bag into this special bag. And of course, while I design, a lot of times I try to keep kind of like my daily routine in mind. So inside the bag, we have the laptop pouch. My laptop fits in here perfectly. And then the small pocket, which has a zipper too. So I like to keep my SD cards or anything that's kind of fragile, I'll like put in this bag, or sometimes I'll put my wallet here too. I'm always carrying books in this, so a lot of times this bag is pretty heavy. And then you have like this outer pocket here. So like currently I have like my rings in here. So whenever I'm ready to switch them out, I'll just switch out my rings. They're in here. This is something special about this bag too. It has this like pouch on the side of it that I house my Contax T2. As you guys know, this is an expensive piece of gear, so I like to keep it protected in this pouch here. Just very durable. It just feels really good. And a lot of times, like, I'll just have it hanging on the bag, and some days I'll tuck it in. But for now, this is kind of like the way we designed it, was to have, because I'm always carrying my camera, so it's nice to have this on the side. Double straps, so I could carry it like this, or I could throw it over my shoulder with these longer straps here. And then over time, as you guys could already see, they'll start to have like some fraying on it, so giving it that more distressed look. That's something that I really enjoy within my wardrobe, is seeing how they age over time. So yeah, very special bag. And then we also kept the tag too from the initial duffel bag right on it, with all the instruction and whatnot. Dude, this thing is heavy. It's like my book and camera in there. All right, so this next portion of the video, I'm just gonna pick a few items from the pieces I showed you guys, and we're gonna style them into an outfit. Hopefully you guys enjoy this portion as well. So I decided to pair this jumper with the Jordan 1s. I really like the colors, the red contrasting with the green. And then, you know, of course, always gotta have like a statement tee under. So this one's the Black by Nature and Proud by Choice. And then with the varsity jacket, red, just to kind of match. I'm usually not a big fan of like matching like head to toe, but I feel like with this one's kind of like subtle, whereas in like the jumper has just like a nice break, because this is all like, you know, green. And then I could imagine if this one was like denim, I don't think I would like the fitting. That's why I decided to just match this, like a baggy bottom with just like the classic Jordan 1 and then the varsity jacket. And then the green, of course, the tote bag's kind of like essential every day. I feel like almost all my fits, I always incorporate this with it, so. Okay, so got the Dickies, the Doc Martens, Bob Marley tee underneath, tucked in because it's a little oversized, and then the Reece Cooper jacket right on top. A very simple earth tone look. There's a hood to this too, which I don't know. I like wearing it down. All right, so for the last fit, got the full Reece Cooper, got the jacket, the pants, the cargos, and the hiking boots. Just really nice fit. I do love the fit of this jacket. I'm a baggy pants kind of guy, so this one's perfect. And then of course the boots, which I talked about already. So quick 360, the front. It's crazy detailing on the back. If you made it to the end of this video, I really truly appreciate you guys watching all the way through. This channel is a documentation of my brand, my journey, and just everything that I'm into. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave any comments below, or some of your favorite things throughout this video, maybe some pieces or an outfit. Just let me know in the comments below. Again, feel free to connect on Instagram. And I'll leave the Discord channel below. This is where I'm starting a small community of like-minded individuals, so you can join that and start a conversation under there. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.